Keith, this all started right around 3 o'clock this afternoon, and it actually wasn't even a demonstration. It was legislative leaders from the Black, African American, the Hispanic, and Asian caucuses coming together to talk about their need to repeal 50A. Then shortly after that, things got a little bit choppier. A bunch of demonstrators were actually gathered here. Look at this. You can see them coming back off from a distance. They decided to take a loop around Niagara Square, and it all started with them deciding to do a sit-in after that legislative caucus assembly discussing the repeal of 50A. One of those people we were talking with a little bit earlier, his name's Marco. He's joining us here live now. Marco, tell me, what happened earlier? Why did you come out originally?
So originally just to support the cause, hopefully a peaceful protest as much as possible, at which point we're at Niagara Square, and after the speaker stopped speaking, we were trying to figure out what we could do best. So we saw Byron Brown was live in City Hall having a speech. I came over, a few other people came over as well, and we started to chant things to try to get him to come out, speak to the people, and just have us address make sure we're heard. At which point some people did decide to do civil disobedience and sit in the streets. And of course the cops come out to make sure it's not going to be an issue. So it got a little contentious between some people that feel it needs to be still arrested and that we're not at the point of being noticed. Other people do want to keep it strictly peaceful and legal, and they want the actual people to come out that can make the real change, such as Byron.
Well, tell us today, even during the demonstration with the 50A and all the legislative caucus individuals, there's some frustration with Mayor Brown. What is that about? Where did that come from?
I think it stems a long time. I mean, he's been mayor for a few years. His wife is obviously from here. He's not from here, and it's been taken personal. A few of the ways that he's helped, it seems, not the disenfranchised people, but more so with gentrification. I mean, even just Carol Horn. Carol Horn's a Buffalo police officer that broke up police brutality. She's not only fired, but she can't get her pension. Brown can correct that very easily. He's chosen not to. So how are we supposed to have faith in him for the future? I'm sorry, go ahead. But one other thing I think the frustration comes down to is we all think this curfew is against our constitutional right, and he's only doing it to silence the protesters.
So there are people out here protesting against police brutality. They want reform for our Buffalo Police Department, and they also want their voices to be heard by leadership in the city. I'm understanding that correctly?
For the most part, yeah. I think it's because of the systemic racism that we wanted to go from school board to housing to everything. And like we said, we know the mayor to mark polling cars. We want from local to county to state to federal all change, but it starts at home, and Byron's not doing his job.
Marco, thanks so much for joining us. Now you can see really quickly as I send things back into the studio, those demonstrators have finished their lap around Niagara Square. They're now joining us back here at the steps of City Hall to again make their voices heard against those reasons you just heard Marco list. We're going to send things back to you for now, Keith, reporting live